This video is my personal feelings about the first Yuri manga I've read, Citrus, and the character Aihara, whose picture has been my profile picture for more than a year. I'm always having quite complex feelings about her, but I do like her face. Her appearance really left me a strong impression, and I believe this also applied to many other readers. When reading back, I try to identify her attraction other than the face. Despite the sweet moments in the story and impressive illustrations, the more I read, the more I feel confused by some weird logic that runs the character, and I'm frustrated even by the chaotic mess she went through in the early chapters of the manga. In this video, I'll share them with you because I wish I noticed why. It just doesn't feel right when I'm reading the manga first at quite a young age. Of course, you can disagree with me or add more details and your opinions in the comment. Let's start first with a brief introduction. The first chapter, the straight girl meets a wounded girl, Yuzu Aihara, the protagonist. Her mother got her new father and this is her first day in the new school. Yuzu has strong interest in fashion and beauty, which made her stand out from the crowd. It also means she violated several school dressing rules. Yuzu's longing for a relationship. She's as straight as the uncooked spaghetti. But she soon finds out this new school is a girls-only school. And the girls here are all ojo-samas from big families. Again, high school, girls only, the dark green uniform, Yuri doesn't ring a bell. You might also identify some similar elements of the characters Sachiko and Mei. Maria Watches Over Us is truly a founding work of the Yuri genre that inspires and influences many later works. Aihara, smart and beautiful, Seto Kaijo in first grade. Very strict in school rules, role model for all students. Yuzu finds out Mei is actually her new stepsister after having an argument with her because of Yuzu's violation of school rules. Besides that, Mei is the granddaughter of the director general of the school, which makes her the future leader of the school. Rumor has it she's already engaged with an unknown elite teacher, all for the benefit of the school and the Aihara family. Yuzu then caught a teacher and Mei kissing at a corner. The good-looking teacher who's Yuzu's new crush turns out to be Mei's fiancé. This scene, I just skip it every time, no matter when reading the manga or watching the anime. What we and Yuzu are seeing now is a teacher kissing a high school girl in the very school he teaches her. That's not only immoral but illegal. And this kiss scene, to conclude it in one word, disgusting. I seriously don't know the meaning of having them kissing here. Later we know that there's not much love between Mei and this teacher. For Mei, this marriage is a mission from her grandfather. She cannot let him down, just like what her father did. More on her father later. And this teacher, a bastard. He has a girlfriend already. He plans to marry Mei for money and her family's influence. So why do they have to kiss when it's first unreasonable for both characters, secondly not permitted by morality and the law? The reason might be simple. Yuzu and the audience need to know their relationship by witnessing this kiss. But why? Just why? Why make them kiss in such a brutal way, in close-ups? It really hurts my eyes. It feels like none of them has drank any water for 2 days. It's not about love, it's a kiss of fulfilling obligation maybe, or it's all about desire. My personal opinion is, this scene functions in a very weird way. A detailed scene about heterosexual carnal relationship driven only by desire and dominance in the work of Yuri. Excuse me. Some Yuri audiences don't even want to see the female protagonist kissing. More than that, what this scene really damages is the construction of the character Mei. She's smart and serious in front of people, and normally for girls it's harder to reject some intimate interactions from a girl than from a man. Those tend to have different meanings in most occasions for most people. Considering she rejects Yuzu many times when Yuzu wants to know her better or get closer mentally and physically. Reject when she's not ready, that's her right. And it should also apply here. However, the manga version shows her frowning clearly. The anime version focuses more on making it seem erotic and less about her feelings. If this scene means to show Mei's suffering, she's not willingly kissing this teacher, but forced to accept this harassment, then it shouldn't be made this erotic. Her expression and action are quite ambiguous and passive. This kiss is therefore really unpleasant to watch because it means harm, not romance or desire to Mei, but the way it's been presented make it look like a spicy selling point. Expressions like that blurs our perception of her true feelings and overall the construction of the character. This scene could have been done as maybe they already look quite close, but he wants to cross the line. Mei then stops or distracts him, or she doesn't stop it because she's used to it. Used to make some sound and drew their attention, while unveiling her relationship with the teacher, making her seem less like a doll but a little bit more active. They could still look quite intimate in Yuzu's perspective, as if they're real lovers. By doing that, not only we're able to see Mei's powerlessness of ending this relationship herself, so Yuzu can play her unique role in warming Mei's heart, but also Mei's spirit, her attitude to things, and her means of achieving something or stopping something. Some sort of resistance at least, if she's not 100% pleased by it. Detail like that makes us see something hidden in this character that follows her character logic besides her gorgeous face and family fame. Something audience will attribute to the character, not the illustrator. In any way it would be better than selling her wounds. But what we're seeing now is a rather weird character that we don't know what she likes or dislikes. She has an iron wrist in ruling the others, but can't express her feelings, can't think of a way to say no when facing the teacher that works in a school managed by her family. You can see she's completely passive and will be eaten alive if she really gets married to the man. In short, other than providing a blatant hot kiss scene that could draw some attention to the anime and manga, in the meantime hurt Mei and sabotage her character's consistency, I don't see which part of the kiss scene's function cannot be replaced. This is only the episode 1, and that is not the only uncomfortable spot I noticed. As I've mentioned earlier, Mei has a father. Well, she sure has one, but is he really qualified? When she's young, Mei admires her father and had faith in him. She wants to be a good teacher and manager and gives everything to the development of the school. That's the example her admirable father has performed, until he escaped from the school and the family for a life of his own. This brings us the biggest clash between Mei and her father. Mei wants him to be the self-sacrificing and rigorous manager of the school. She's forcing herself to do his job and waiting for his return. That's why she calls him teacher rather than father. The father, however, left his daughter home and went on a world travel, teaching children around the globe. He claims he prefers going forward than looking back. He's enjoying and immersing in this broad world. He thinks Mei is smarter than him. She might realize there's a different way of living sooner than him. Sounds like a pretty wise father, but as naive as the princess waiting for the Prince Charming. In my eyes, Mei's more like a mother to her father, and that father of her seems more like a spoiled child. Why? He talks about the direction of life, ways of living in a cool posture, left his daughter taking his duty and work for years. She nearly got married to a nasty man that deceives her. Seriously, man, you wait for an on-age girl to get out of the burden and repression that people, especially women, are living under for thousands of years herself. What if at the time of awakening she's already moved to her husband's house and have 3 or 4 kids? How can she run away like a single, rich, educated man? It is not like I'm overthinking and using an unnecessarily realistic perspective to view it. But this realistic pressure is really unrealistically happening on this girl, so we have to treat it seriously. There are 2 things she's lacking for living a life of her own. First, shelter. A shelter that makes her feel safe and warm, that protects her until she's strong enough. Sounds like something many parents would do, huh? And secondly, communication. As a 16-year-old girl that deeply believes in the value of self-sacrifice, who considers protecting the school a lifelong mission because she learned it from you, she deserves a proper, serious conversation with you about the choice you made and the wounds you left her. Then guide her and protect her like a father, because she doesn't have a mother doing that. With that being said, I personally prefer this father's way of living to Mei's, so I'm not criticizing his choice of life, but the responsibility he's escaping from and the collateral damage he caused to someone he claims he loves. He definitely owes Mei, owes her apology and explanation, owes her the duty and care for father and mentor in life. But this disagreement between the father and daughter is settled quite peacefully in the manga. Without a further communication or changing anything, the father's leaving again. Are you going to buy her some milk? I doubt whether he ever knew her daughter was once engaged with a bastard. It is Yuzu dragged Mei out of sorrow and takes her to the train station where the father's leaving. After calling him father, not teacher, Mei is the one who compromises as if the father has no fault. Mei says quite confidently, "Now managing the school is a will of her own," and that statement officially sets her father free. Happy ending? In my view, the father's either stupid or hypocritical. He claims Mei might eventually realize there's a different way of living. However, was Mei ever given the choice of living her own life or viewing anything around her as an independent individual? "I've forgone my identity as a woman a long time ago." That's what she said. The father's duty is to show her this different way of living and its advantage, then let her chase her own choice, rather than justifying your choice of living, then left all the problems to your underage daughter. Come on, man, you run away from your own father and you don't know how he will train your daughter. Stupid. Or you know what is going to happen to her crystal clear. It just doesn't hurt your life, but frees you from the family duty. So just keep it this way and make it sound good. Coward. Even near the end of the manga, the father did help once in solving another engagement of Mei. You see, she got engaged again. While Mei's crying in a wedding dress, what is the father doing? Educating some other kids on the other side of the planet, I guess. In the end, the father is still portrayed as a responsible father that guards her daughter in the dark. So, after going through the manga again, despite many times I still don't know what Mei's thinking for the subtlety and self-contradiction even in her actions and expressions, I seriously feel sorry for her. The aforementioned plots are not treating her fairly. Tell me in the comment about your feelings. The next video will be a contrary to this one. It's going to be about some sweetest moment in Citrus that made me feel Mei, Yuzu, and other characters' distinctive personalities and genuine existences. Like and subscribe if you like this video and want to see more. I'll see you in the next one.